Hi, and welcome to XenSpace. I'm Zen, and this is my space on the internet where I'm going to be sharing my thoughts and ideas. Now, why would I be doing this? So, it's a question I'm sure not just myself am asking. Many of my friends, people know me well, will be very surprised I'll do such a thing, seeing as I've been a social media hermit my entire adult life. I've no interest in, well, up until now, I've no interest in Twitter or Facebook or any of that stuff. No, just not at all my cup of tea. And until a year ago, this was my phone. I've only a year ago got a smartphone finally, which shocked some people. They thought that was a unexpected step. Apart from social media, I don't really do media in general. I don't watch the news or read newspapers by and large, as not because I'm disinterested, rather because the mass media just seems to be a vehicle for maintaining the status quo rather than actually delivering quality journalism. The only thing I actually do read fairly regularly is New Scientist, and I'm thinking I might do reviews. Any interesting articles that come up, I could do a weekly review as each issue comes out of what's interesting in there, and so that just to inform people who don't actually read New Scientist, they can get a taste of what it's all about. Right, so anyway, why am I doing this? I have three reasons. The first of those being that during lockdown I've been watching a lot of stuff on YouTube, lots of different debates, all kinds of stuff, absolutely tons of Jordan Peterson. If you're familiar with, you might know his stuff. I think his heart's in the right place. Bit right wing, but you can't always hold that against people. Lobster. Oh no! And who else? Slavoj Žižek. Very interesting character. Not funny guy, but I'm not really. I don't know if I agree with him or disagree with him, because I'm not really sure what he's talking about half the time. He just he likes telling dirty jokes, really, and why not? Why not, indeed? This is pure ideology. And so there's been that, and there's lots of discussions, debates about sort of God and atheism, which is I find that quite sterile. I've seen quite a number of these debates. Christopher Hitchens on one side, some religious type on the other, and they just talk usually at complete cross purposes. There's no actual discussion as such. One just gives their point of view, the other guy gives what they think, and it doesn't really go anywhere. So I'd like to investigate that bit. I've got a slightly different point of view on that subject, as I'm both religious and atheist, and I'll go into that in more detail in another video. For the meantime, that's reason number uno. Reason number two, zwei reason, is that I've always actually wanted to share my thoughts and ideas. I've been a thinker since a very, very early age, and loved reading. As soon as I learned to read, I just fell in love with books. I started off with the usual child's, adventure stories and stuff. But just loved it, and wanted to do that. Wanted to become a writer since I could read. And as I matured, I wanted to, got interested in different things, wanting to put a philosophical, social commentary kind of thing in my writing. But I haven't written as much as I'd like to, and I've nearly finished one book. That's one novel, and I did see if any publishers were interested in publishing it, and the answer is no. So I could have spent my life writing books that no publisher published, therefore no one read. Wouldn't have been particularly productive. So I feel that this is a much more efficient, effective way of getting my ideas out there, little sound bites and so forth. Well, I don't know how little they'll be, but anyway. So yeah, that's reason number 2. And the why, reason is that before the pandemic, before lockdown happened, I was helping out here and there. I was doing a shift every other Saturday in an Oxfam bookshop, and helping out around the place, always trying to be there for friends and so forth. And during lockdown, I've not been able to do those things, and as a consequence, I found myself getting quite depressed. It's when I can't help other people, I just start to feel my life's fairly meaningless. And to be honest, I've suffered with depression on and off throughout my life. And for like the last 25 years, well, since I finished university, really, I've been quite a heavy drinker. Well, while I was at university, I was probably quite a heavy drinker, and it just carried on. And I'm really getting quite tired of it now. Yeah, sure, it's fun, but it doesn't do your bank balance any good, doesn't do your liver any good, or your body generally, and generally just messes up your life. So I think it's time to move on from that. So I wanted something to motivate me to go in a different direction, to give my life a bit more purpose and meaning. And I'm hoping that this channel and my website will help with that. So there you go, those are my 3 reasons. And what can you expect to find on this channel? What kind of content will I be providing? Well, just to give you a little idea, as I said, I was interested in reading from an early age. I was also a thinker, so I got into philosophy fairly early on in my teenage years. But even before then, I was still thinking about things. I think the first real theory, if I can describe it as such, when I was about 4 or 5, I came to the conclusion that Santa Claus, we're being a bit seasonal here, Santa Claus is actually God. Yeah. My thinking was that they both seem to have the same attributes. They're both aware of all your actions, good or bad, and judged you accordingly, rewarding good actions and punishing bad ones. And so very, very similar on that point of view. And also, they both have the quality of omnipresence. Sorry, technical term there. Omnipresence just means present everywhere. Omni means all, present. So present everywhere. And I thought that Santa Claus had this ability due to the fact that on Christmas, at midnight, he turns up in your house with the presents, and he turns up in everybody's house at the same time. I didn't think that it's just our house. That'd be quite strange. Why is it our house at midnight particularly? Why is it not 5 minutes past midnight or 2:30 in the morning if he's going from house to house sequentially? So I thought he's not doing that. And obviously you could do that in one night. It was ridiculous. So he's just in every house at midnight, and job's done. So that's another attribute God and Santa Claus seem to share. And I thought as a kid, surely they're just getting each other's way all the time. It'd be quite confusing. They'd be bumping into each other and so on. So I figured that what was actually going on was God was doing something nice for the kids, getting out there, giving them presents, and all he's doing was just putting on a red jacket. There you go. I mean, Santa Claus, God, both aging white dudes with long white beards, putting on a red coat. Not much of a disguise, really. At least I didn't think it was. So there you go. That's Santa Claus and God being the same character. Bit of Occam's razor, I suppose, in my young years. Not that I knew Occam's razor or even omnipresent, all these terms were, but that was sort of the thinking, or the conclusion I came to. So that's just a sort of taste of ideas, seasonal taste. And but if you want something a bit more meaty than that, come on, what you're actually going to be talking about then. Society, economics, politics, there's quite a few discussions I've seen about capitalism and communism, and I don't think either of them are particularly good. They're both regard anti-human. They don't actually support human needs. They're very economic-driven, machine-driven systems, which deny the individual, sovereignty. They don't have individual sovereignty. They lack a really humanistic angle. So that's something I want to be addressing, and providing a alternative system which hopefully is workable and is a system that can help us live cooperatively rather than in competition, produce harmony rather than discord and so forth. So that's another thing I'll be talking about. Probably take quite a number of videos that will. I'll probably go back and start right from the beginning, earliest human societies, and see how our ancestors lived, and what the route was from there to here, how we ended up with the world as it is at the moment, the world we've created for ourselves, and what the opportunities are, what we can do to move forward into a better, healthier society, one which doesn't destroy the planet or create huge amounts of poverty and so forth. So that's something I aim to address fairly soon. What else is there? Well, I've got a website. I'm also a website simultaneously with this, XenSpace.online. There you can find poetry, short stories, the novel I mentioned I'm working on, and essays and things. So if this kind of content sounds interesting to you, then please do go over to the website and see if you like any of that stuff as well. So there you go. You've got two choices. You can read about my ideas or listen to them. Hopefully that'll be worth your while. So that's what the channel is going to be principally about. But looking to the future, I hope to develop a community if this channel proves popular, and work collaboratively with others. There's lots going on YouTube, and I might give a little review of the things I've been watching, on areas from say ancient history, dinosaurs and evolution of various creatures and so forth, to linguistics and economics and philosophy and so forth. So I'll put something together along those lines. And I think that's about it for me for now. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope this has piqued your interest, if nothing else. And I hope to see you again soon. So do take care and have a good one. Cheers now.